We're going to start the dinner with a pair of teeth. We have pastis with light snacks, salted mixed nuts, and cheese puffs. The video for the link for the cheese puffs will be below. Pastis is Pernod, served over ice with water. Everybody serves themselves. Bon appetit.
Your video to be good, maybe you get famous.
Ta-da! Ta-da! It's all. It must be crunchy. I can hear it from here. Well, we got that one a deal on our one. We paid for it, 65-inch, and that's got the 4K HDDD, whatever.
The step up from 1028.
Yeah.
And they're brand new. They're sitting at right around $800 or so.
I think that's what we paid for that one a couple of years ago.
Think about it. We have to rearrange our living room because the entertainment console we have our 55-inch in is pretty much taking
That's
up
why
space.
most of the entertainment consoles get thrown out because somebody got a TV too big for it. It goes on the wall.
I gotta take mine apart.
Where are we going to put those alligator skulls?
That's the
that
problem.
was really good, isn't it?
Oh man! Yeah,
Wow. Boy, you can really taste the straw.
So y'all made this sorbet,
No.
but
We bought it.
and that's Harris Teeter sorbet. You got this the day you saw me in the parking lot, along with the steaks and the shallots and a few other things.
we made chicken soup that day. And our company was coming.
That's good
As
too.
soon as we drove away from you, we were thinking, we should have said, man, you're in town, we should have a beer. You know? But we had house guests arriving soon.
Yeah, we had plans, to leap off our
But
roof.
they knew where the key was.
Didn't get that done before they got there.
Lip up, what now?
Leap off a roof.
Yeah, when they came and visited this time, we weren't sure even why they were coming. We weren't sure. Ever out in a country like this, we were hoping to be outside a little bit more too. But it's raining today because you got a nice piece of property. We're in town. And we're not far from the fire station, and we're just around the corner from an ambulance substation. So every siren that starts to go somewhere else in town, we hear it
Yeah.
first.
Well, if we hear a siren, it's like, I don't know what that's about.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if you hear a gunshot out here, it's like, somebody probably just got dinner. We hear a gunshot where we're at, the sirens follow shortly
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, we were outside the other night and had one of those helicopters with a big searchlight.
Yeah, there was a helicopter with a
From the
searchlight going through the neighborhood. I never heard what it was.
Yeah. We're looking for somebody.
So this is the escargot fork, huh?
Yeah, the little bitty ones. The only big, small enough to go in the hole.
See no show in there.
Yeah, the other end, it'd be just like
Sure.
bread.
Yeah, just one.
That's all about it. Pardon me, Shea Bob's a little behind.
No problem.
Bread to go with the escargot. Can't have escargot without bread. Oh,
Should have it out for the,
yes. I was having too good of a time to remember it again.
where's the other one?
I gave it to him already.
Oh.
This is ours, on our side.
Oh, those two baskets? I was gonna.
Oh yeah, that way, yeah.
I was gonna
We
shoot
don't
them.
have to reach around, whatever.
Alright.
Makes it easy. Yeah. Serge Clare, who owned Marianne's, when he closed, saw him at Ferrante's, there's another restaurant there, and I used to be a regular over there, and he's like, talked to him, he said, what you gonna miss most? Told him the escargot. So he wrote the recipe down. He took his snail dishes to Ferrante's, so second selling them, and he says, he told him, you go get him 4 dishes. that's these dishes. I've had them ever since, and that was in
Wow.
95 or 97. So, and I looked these dishes up. To buy this dish, the restaurant dish, it's $24 a piece.
He set you up. He set you up good.
Well, I took care of him and always went into the crowd at his place. So.
You stop it?
I was busy eating, but I will stop it.
They're getting colder every time because they were really soft when you put them in there.
It'll be soft by the time I get to it.
That one was a bit tart too. Raspberry.
There we go.
We went out to Bob's birthday just there. We had steak dinner and Bob picked out steaks, 20 ounce and 18 ounce.
And I want to eat both of them.
I had 4 bites of one. And
Did you get your picture?
yeah,
Maybe, I don't know.
I think it's been taping the whole time.
Oh, is it? Is it filming?
Yeah, that's filming. I always about the
Let's
steakhouse.
see. Yours are much better.
No, we went to Texas Roadhouse. I had 2 years worth of gift cards from St. Hebel, so we had $50 to spend. Figured it's time to go.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
We went to Texas.
It's not the
Roadhouse
best,
before.
but it's good, you know.
But we got a. Was it a skirt steak? In Florida, with Bob Minty.
It was a skirt. It was.
Whatever it wasn't the most expensive steak they had, but
It was good, though.
They
I
put it
remember
together.
being very happy with it.
It was wonderful.
Well, the French call this a shell steak.
What? A what?
SHELL.
I thought that's what you said.
Where is it from? What part of the cow?
It's from the
Aren't you
ribeye,
listening?
but it's from the ribeye that's adjacent to the tenderloin, not the other end. So to get it, I bought porterhouses and cut the tenderloin out and cut the ribeye out so I can get it. 'Cause how else are you going to get it?
I forgot to put these
The
on.
marbling supposedly is different there. It's supposed to be ideal for pan-seared steak, according to the French.
It's very good.
Okay.
Well, it's tender. And
Yeah.
lots of peppercorns, which I like.
There it is. Anybody want any salt and pepper? I forgot the salt and green beans. They might
You might, do you?
taste a little better if they have some salt.
Well, I wouldn't dare insult the cook. Insult the cook by putting salt and pepper or condiments, you know. I don't think anybody's insulted, but when we were younger, I was putting ketchup on haluki, which is cabbage rolls, rice and beef and some cabbage. And my grandmother had made it. We were at her house.
It's very rare.
I was on
Check
an
it out.
ice wine kick for a while when I was reading about it and trying to find it. And we had wineries in Ohio, you know, where you could go like for a week and get it. And to this day, I have never tasted ice wine.
Well, in California, Northern California and Oregon, right, they have them on certain years. And when I used to tour the wineries and had money, I was like, wow, I want that, I like it. Yeah, next, even if you're going to get it, you're not going to get it over here at this coast probably. Unless you go to a real high-end wine store.
And also, how much do they make every
And I'm
year?
not a huge
Well, it
wine
depends
person. So
on what they had that year when it froze. You know,
I
that
just-
one wine that had the best one, the year they only had 600 cases. So how far are 600 cases going to go?
And ice wine is being made out of grapes that froze because there was an early frost.
it just sounded wonderfully tasty.
It's so much sweeter and crisper. Sweet and crisp is an unusual combination. You agree with
I
what I'm saying?
think, I think they
Sweet
thought,
is not unusual.
I
Sweet and crisp.
I think they
Can I
think,
pour this over the other one? Or-
Sure.
I think they
I'm
lost
not a
their crop
connoisseur.
and they still wanted to make some money.
I think they figured out
So they told a story.
it was good, but there was this Lake Erie kind of wine. I was some specific grape, and I'm no huge like wine person. This stuff was probably the
John?
best
Yeah, please.
wine I've ever tasted in my life, and it was that one specific region, that one grape.
Well, the only place to get ice wine consistently that I know is out of Germany, but they don't make enough for Ritzburg. You have to be there when it comes out.
Bastards.
I'll just buy some grapes and freeze them and then.
It's got to be frozen on the vine account to make it come out that way. Yeah, I'm
Maybe,
serious.
I don't know if I'm a super taster. I can taste different flavors and I can taste the herbs, and everything you made this evening was wonderful, by the way.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I'm not a super taster because I was at a culinary. I was at John Smith's, right? And they do a thing. A super taster has, I don't remember how many taste buds on their palate, and they tested mine because I was pretty good at food seasoning and whatever, right? I didn't even qualify close to a super taster. But there were people that were super tasters that couldn't taste. I'm like, so they got more taste buds. They don't know how to use them. What's the deal? They don't register in their brain. I mean, sometimes it doesn't necessarily make that much difference.
all you gotta do is convince everybody you're a super taster and be a good talker. That's what I think.
Well-
That's what I think.
Well, we had a
The
big
proof-
Smucker's plant where I lived, where they were constantly looking for people to test products, and they really liked people, like me, who are kind of picky about what they eat and like to try different things. The thing is, though, it was all volunteer, and I'm like, why would I be volunteering my time to come in here 3 or 4 times a week?
Well, to me, the
That's
proof
crazy.
is the food, when somebody's producing it as a chef, right, is the food tastes good. It look pretty. I've had people that do the picture perfect stuff and it tastes like cardboard. Well, those are the guys who usually wind up teaching on a regular basis.
This was wonderful.
It's
Because,
rolled all over the place.
It's perfect.
right? So it's not necessarily that way.
Beautiful.
I have a problem with presentation. My presentation's never been good. Not like the artistic. I've never been artistic. Jan's artistic. I'm not. I mean, whatever.
So make a good team.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
We're a team all the way around.
Get your picture.
Are you taking my napkin?
No, is that mine? Is that mine?
This one was on my left. Mine was-
Look at this. You're getting posted on Facebook, girl.
I have a picture of this when macarons first came out. My niece Marin was all into them, and I learned to make them, purely for her. So she'll be thrilled to see.
I went to a 7-course French dinner, and guess what I had at the end? Macarons.
I think this is gonna squirt.
Yeah, those are. It's the jelly layer.
Well, you can single bite it, John.
No, although the textures to bite through. That's the thing.
Do you get citrus?
I taste,
Orange?
I taste some citrus and sometimes I taste an apple.
Apple, really? Maybe.
It's Grand Marnier. It's in the macaron and it's in the
It's very good.
queen.
Well, Jan, you've outdone yourself, in my opinion.
Very good.
Really sweet. Dang.
Not near as sweet as you, baby. I'm allowed my opinion.
Oh, it's just sweet.
Here, try this. You want sweet? You got red wine still, so I couldn't put it in there. That pairs very nicely with your mackerel.
I love citrus.
It's like we planned it.
Very good.
This has an apple citrus back of the fat flavor, back of the palate. I couldn't have planned that. I couldn't taste it before. but we're great. Wow.
I need the jelly out layer off.
You debated about that before.
Yeah, it's just cause it slipped. I like that. I like the mouthful of it, but it just slips right around. I think it maybe making it too sweet.
Well, I like the layers of crunch when you bite into it. It goes through several different textures. It's fun. It tastes good and it's fun to eat. I like texture, the texture of food.
I like the macarons, but I like these better. These are just awesome, baby.
I like this better too.
The best part is that crunch, that little skinny piece of chocolate.
Yeah, giant wafer.
The way you can hear it crunch.
It's easy to do once you temper your chocolate. You just, I laid out parchment paper and then let that layer of chocolate, poured it over and flattened it out with an offset spatula.
I heard, was that what you were doing on the video earlier? We weren't looking,
No,
but I
that's
could hear
the
you.
top, on top,
The top part.
on top of the
That's a ganache right here. John.
ganache.
Ganache, that's what she was doing.
She was talking about the disc though. Use them to temper the chocolate for it.
Yeah, I put in
Yeah, that
some
tempered
of those wafers
chocolate.
because I had more wafers than I needed. Because I made it, poured it out. It's hard to know how much you're going to need to make these little discs. And it's a little bigger than the. But I didn't. That was the smallest thing I had. The cookie cutter. It was the smallest one that I had. That would
That's
come
small
close to
one we
that.
had. Yeah.
Yeah, to cut them out.
I used the biggest cutter we had for the biscuits.
Yeah.
I already made the biscuits already.
Yeah,
Make
they
'em
better
all.
buzz, ain't you, babe?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I have a grand time. I'm a grand time.
Good. I can't. Here, I don't know if you want. It's too sweet. Yeah, the sugar.
Well, what do you think?
I love the macaron. I like the cream puff too. I never eat sweet things, and these are absolutely wonderful. I am
real
not a
sweet.
sweet person at all, but these are very, very good. I love the crunchiness.
That's not what John's been telling us.
All those desserts that you see her baking me, she doesn't.
Those are all for him. I've
I
never
try to
been.
force her to have a taste, but
I don't even
most
like
of
a
the time,
birthday cake.
most time she doesn't taste it.
Well, John, there's plenty more if you want some.
Those 4 were enough for me. Absolutely wonderful,
I mean,
Jan.
there's some you can puffs, but there's one.
I haven't seen a tray over there.
You should open up a restaurant.
No.
4 was enough for me. Maybe have one with a coffee in the morning, or
Yeah.
I absolutely love the macaron.
You see the coffee section that's set up, right?
I saw that.
Can you operate one of those?
I think it's pretty
You're up
easy.
before us, you can
You
help
stick it
yourself
in there and
out.
push a button, right?
Hand to me. I'll put them out on the tray here. Oh, what's the freaking on that one?
We don't brew coffee these days. We make cold pressed coffee in the fridge.
Yeah, I did that. Oh, I love.
Like
Iced coffee.
we never apply heat to it ever.
Well, Jan got a Keurig, so you brew 1 cup at a time. I'm not a coffee
I don't
drinker
drink a
at
whole lot of coffee.
all. I am not a coffee person, never have been. But it makes good hot chocolate. and I'm a hot chocolate person. The problem is, I can't have that at night if I'm going to go work on a stick. It keeps me up. So there are only certain times I can have the hot chocolate. But I like the dark chocolate, not the milk chocolate. You agree, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm a dark chocolate
We buy that.
person.
Well, we can make one
99%.
for you if you want one.
trying to be full service here, you know.
It's very kind of you, but I am so full. If I was gonna eat anything else, I'd have another macaron, but I don't think I could get it down. Those are so good. And I love that jelly there.
Oh, you like the jelly?
Well, Jan,
There's just something about it that was so
You
unique.
know what you make? You can actually
Finish it
pick
off,
up
Bob.
and shake
well,
it.
she hasn't
You
had
just-
it yet, so that's why I stopped.
It was on
She's
the
not gonna
box.
finish that, is she?
It was on the Knox gelatin box.
Jan, are you gonna finish that? You want dessert wine, don't you?
No, I'm not. I don't want any more.
You don't want another wine? Well, I'm gonna finish off the dessert wine. I love that. I'm sorry, y'all want some of
No,
that?
No, I don't want any at all.
please.
It was enjoyable with the food, but it's sweet. I wouldn't drink that all night at all.
Well, I like my beer with residual sugars, and I like my wine. Of course, I like dry wine with my entree. So when I have a dessert, I want my wine to have residual sugars. Beer, I just want residual sugars at all. I'm not real fond of the dry beers. You know, understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is a very dry beer you drink. Very dry.
I like it because it doesn't taste much like beer.
I like it because it's nice and watery
I
and it's
want-
not too strong.
I want my beer to be big and bold.
It always makes me think of the beach because the only place I ever drank much beer was on vacation, and you want a watery one that
Oh,
goes
yeah,
down.
I'm saying, if
and
you're out in the heat and everything.
Yep.
But
I
this one,
always
yeah, I'm
feel like
like
I'm on vacation
I'd rather
every
have-
day.
quality beer and have less than have more of the other. I mean, I understand where John's coming from. I'm just the other end of the spectrum.
I thought it was a guy
I'd
thing.
love
I always
Guinness.
think of this as like a girly beer. The men tend to like those big stout beers more.
Now this is what you drink in the summertime around here, because
Well, the Germans call it a shandy. They'll take that beer and mix it with Sprite.
and you got a few different things going on when you're in a, you know, when you're on a boat or playing at the beach or something like that. You need to stay hydrated. You want to have a beer buzz, and you also don't want to get too drunk in the sun.
Yeah, I understand all that.
Plus,
So,
it's about the right size.
that's
By
it.
the time you're done with it, it hasn't gotten so hot that you can't finish it.
That too. But mid-range, I like Foster's a lot. Drafts,
I used to like,
Killian's Red, or Bass Ale. Bass Ale is the bomb. I never found a Bass Ale in a bottle that I like really like made me passionate about it. But Bass Ale Draft is wonderful, and I love a Guinness. And
I used to be a hophead. My tastes have changed a little bit, and so I went to the malt. That's why I'm into the dark beers now. I still want the residual sugars either way.
You know, Guinness has another.
Guinness is very dry. Guinness is not.
I like Guinness. I love it. But they
It's dry.
have another one. It's Guinness. Can you recall the name of it? It was on the tap at Montrose. I tried it because I'd never seen another Guinness.
I'm sure Guinness can make a residual sugar.
When you look at this beer,
remember what it
it's
was
as
called.
dark as Guinness, but it had a different flavor.
Yeah, well,
I can't recall the name of it.
I got one over there called Dragon's Milk Stout, and it has residual sugars, but you have to drink it very responsible because it's 7%. So I'm like, yeah, I like it, but can't drink all the time.
Yeah,
And me, I'd rather drink less and enjoy what I'm drinking. I understand and respect what you're talking about, but I'm on the other end. Whatever.
I want a nice constant kind of beard buzz, but not too drunk.
Oh, is it that time? Are y'all ready for the
Last course.
Absolutely.
last course, which is
Cognac.
well,
Yep,
What's
it's not called
cognac?
cognac. What's it called?
it's a brandy, isn't it? Yeah, it's a brandy.
It is a brandy. The course is called
Oh, digestive is what
the
it's
digestive is what the course is called.
Man, baby, you are really.
Yes.
For you. Give me that.
Oh, you want this?
Yep.
Did you want me to pour you a ground anything?
Yeah, I'll have one of these.
Okay.
John, would you hand me your fork there? I mean knife. And wait, these maggots.
So you're
on
wasted.
the
You're
inside.
wasted.
You are
Oh, yeah, he's not used to
You want
that.
both these fork and everything?
We're done eating tonight.
Where are the Snickers, Dan?
We're done eating tonight. They're right behind you, baby.
That's what I thought. I didn't see it. Well, they're here.
Yeah, we're not gonna let drink those tonight.
They have their own digestive. We
Yes,
brought,
but
we brought some. but you already got
Underbergs,
that.
thinking
You already
you
got
might like
that.
them.
So you all can hang on
You
those.
save those, and if you like them, you have a birthday coming
We
up.
gave
we'll
them
buy
some
you.
before. Remember?
But my birthday was actually yesterday.
Yes.
That's
Yesterday.
right. Now I
Yesterday.
remember. So
Grand Marinade. Yeah.
I wanted to buy the big bottle.
I haven't had
and-
that in many years.
we have a knockoff version. We have Harlequin in our liquor cabinet right now. Thank you.
I just thought it was going to taste really
It is a cognac.
scrumptious.
It is a cognac, Jan.
It smells like orange peels.
Definitely has that orange.
Oh, yes.
Smells like
This will penetrate anything on your palate.
It
Any
will
sugar,
open
it will
up
strip.
your
I think
sinuses.
it'll turn you into a superhero.
Only between your own
Come
ears,
pie.
John.
Come pie. Wonderful meal.
All
Good
right.
cooking.
Wonderful.
Wow.
And to you.
You didn't get chumped? No
Thank you
chumped.
so much for the wonderful meal.
Oh, you're welcome. We enjoy it.
It'll be our turn next time.
You don't have to do this now.
Well, we
It's
will
not
do
a have
the
to. We enjoy your
same.
company and we're
We'll
enjoying
have
it.
it slightly